जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय राधा जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी, जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना, जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना, यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना, जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना, यमुना तेरा वनचारी, यमुना तेरा वनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा गौरंगा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव सुंदर राधा माधव सुंदर राधे जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय गौरनिताय गिरिराज गौरनिताय जय गिरिराज जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टतर शत श्री श्रीमद्वैचरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON founder आचार्य BBD founder आचार्य savior of the whole world जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ सर्वगोस्वामी प्रभुगण की प्रेम से कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की गंगा माय की यमुना माय की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की भुवन मंगल हरिनाम संकीर्तन की सवेद सकल गौर भक्त वृंद की निदाय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। So I welcome you all for our today's session. Introduction to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Krishna Arjun Samvad ki jai. Hare Krishna. So in the previous class we have already discussed about different chapters of Bhagavad Gita. That Bhagavad Gita is the song of God. And who is the God? Krishna. इते चांसा कलापुंश कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं इंद्रियाणि व्याकुलम लोकम विरयन्ति जुगे जुगे. So the qualities what Krishna is having is Chaushat Kala Purna, 64 best qualities in full, which makes Krishna the supreme personality of Godhead, the Param Purush, Adi Purush, Ananta, from whom everything is coming, who is the supreme and there is no one above him, there is no one equal to him. And his Ansa Kala, his part and parcels and other subordinates are the demigods, whom we worship in this material world to gain some material benefits. Durga, Shiva, Kali, Sitala, and Kartika and others. So, ite chamsa kalap Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality. He is God. And all others are his subordinates, das, sevaks. So, this Bhagavad Gita is not a simple book. This is the supreme instructions given by the Supreme Personality to his best disciple. That's Arjuna. So, Arjuna is receiving the divine knowledge from Krishna, who is playing the role of his chariot driver, at the same time is a spiritual master. So in the starting point, Arjuna was receiving Krishna as a close friend, because both they spend a great time together. So Arjuna was thinking like, yeah, Krishna is my close friend and he is in my party, he is supporting me and he will play my chariot. So he can help me in some difficult situation. But Arjuna never expected that the difficult situation will be such in a great extent where he will not have any faith or anything towards anyone, and he will be absolutely blank to decide anything. So he was very casually just thinking, like maybe whenever we are just in such a tough situation in our life, we feel like we need a very close friend or someone who will help us to to just overcome the tough situation and just help me. There is no one, you are the one. Then we ask for help for our friends, okay, please help me in this. But later, and we just see them very casually, very simple manner, not so seriously, right? So in the starting phase, Arjuna was thinking that Krishna is my friend, I can share my problem with him and he can give me some solution. So when Krishna was giving him solutions, Arjuna was thinking, okay, this is cool, this is good, this is fine, but this is not for me. It was like that. Sometimes this happens, right? Like maybe you are going through a very tough situation, you are asking your parents, your close, near and dear ones, and if they are giving some solutions, you feel like, okay, that is cool, that is good, but I don't think this is gonna work in my case. So Arjuna was thinking like that. Then later, Krishna suggested him that what should be the mood to understand these basic things. Otherwise everything will go top of your head. Then at a particular point, Arjuna realized that he is not a simple person. He is not my friend. I am in this platform, in material platform, in material bodily conception, I am thinking that he is my friend. But he is above the thing. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Param Brahma Bhagavan. Param Brahma, Param Namam, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Swaswatam, Devyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhom. Adidev Ajam Vibhu, Param Brahma. So I have to listen him carefully, seriously. Then when he started listening carefully, then he started realizing, his messages and things are like very important. If I listen to him, definitely I will overcome this great problem. So first we have to understand that we have to listen and we have to understand this Bhagavad Gita. But we have to understand this Bhagavad Gita from whom? from Guru, from the spiritual guide, spiritual master, counselor, or anything you can say. But in practical, what we see that people, they gain faith by their external experience what they gather in their life. Like day to day life, they are seeing people, okay, people are very atheistic, not going to temple, not having faith on God, and they don't believe in the existence of God. So gradually we also feel like that. If anything bad happens with us, we feel like, no, there is no God. If God is there, then why this is happening with me? Why my girlfriend is not having belief in me? Why she is, feeling that, yeah, I am not the appropriate guy, or maybe I am in some other affairs or anything else. So why God has broken my heart? It is very real, I am telling you, very real. There is one guy, his name is Rohit. He's not that Rohit who preached to you people. He is another Rohit. So he came and he was crying. He was into depression for a week, and he was telling like, Prabhuji, why this happened with me? This is not done. This is not okay at all. I am started chanting, and I am having little bit faith on Krishna, and why this has happened? My girlfriend, she is no more with me. She is she just chosen someone else, and it was like very sad point in his life, and he is totally lost. And I have to give him some answer. I have to satisfy him, and that answer has to be very appropriate. So I explained him that there are parts like there will be white, there will be black in our life. It's not always white happiness will be there, right? So both part is there. So Krishna is testing you. It's not always that you are winning in your love means you are successful in your life, right? So by this way, so we have to listen to whom. That is very important. It's not always listening to everyone and coming to the spiritual concept. No, it's not easy. Maybe you will gather some knowledge, but every knowledge, everything, it's not so vital and important to build up your personality or character, right? So Bhagavad Gita is very essential, very important. We have to be very careful while listening to Bhagavad Gita. And from whom we will listen, who is the authority, and what is kind of right authority. We sometimes feel like, okay, if I listen to this person, how I can have faith? Maybe there is, I am listening to this guy, but I am not having any faith, And if the faith is not there, then the belief on the words of that person, what he is telling, maybe that is as it is, that won't come. So first point is we have to have a very strong faith. You have to have a belief that Krishna is there. That is the first most important thing to start Bhagavad Gita. Mostly people in this material, they just find some solution. Oh, I need a solution. My God, I am so frustrated. I need a book. So what book? In the library they search a lot. They somewhere from someone they heard that okay, Bhagavad Gita is very nice book. Maybe this can solve my problems. So that guy just simply took the book from the library and started reading. And Bhagavad Gita, there are more than 65 different, you can say, commentators who are just wrote their commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, and those things are basically their own perceptions, their own experiences, and their own suggestions, not Krishna. Krishna is the main center, he is the main hero of the cinema. But they skip that part. So without Krishna, they are sharing their own experiences. So how you feel like if I am always just continuously telling you my own experiences, rather the main person who is the main messenger, who is giving the main message to everyone and his instructions. No, it's not there. The devotional part is only not there. The Bhagavad Gita, it's full with the devotion, and the teachings of Krishna to Arjuna is to come to the conclusion to understand that what is pure devotion of the Lord, and by which you can achieve the love of Godhead and ultimately Krishna Prema, Krishna Prapti, Krishna Loka, that would be possible. So, mostly we see, if you go for this Arya Samaj, Swami Vivekananda, and there are so many other commentators, Bankim Chandra, there are many like variations you will get, different brands, different companies of Bhagavad Gita. But they are not devotee of Krishna. Until unless you are devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand who is God. It is explained in Bhagavad Gita only by Krishna. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. So, if you are fully devoted to yourself to please Krishna, to do activities for the pleasure of Krishna, only then you can understand what is devotion and what is the test of devotion. But if devotion, this book is full of devotion, and if you are totally entirely skipping the devotion part, then what will left? So other commentators and the materialistic people, they written their commentaries based on their own experiences after reading the Bhagavad Gita. So then whom we should follow? We should follow the parampara. What is parampara? You know? What is parampara? What is parampara? You know? It is disciplic succession coming from Krishna. There is a guru, then disciple, then the disciple become guru, then he gave this instruction to another disciple, then the disciple gave, his disciple. It's like that. Disciplic succession. Through that medium, the main instructions given by Krishna is coming to us. So, Guru Parampara. Idam Parampara Praptam. Krishna is telling it only through the Parampara this knowledge one can occur. He can receive this transcendental knowledge. So Krishna first spoke this Bhagavad Gita to Surya, Viveshwar, then Ikshashu, then Manu. By that way, gradually this Bhagavad Gita teachings came to us. Then later again, Krishna spoke Arjuna. Then this message through the Guru Parampara only came to us. And in the disciplic succession there is Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada gave the knowledge to us. So we are very fortunate people that we are receiving this great knowledge from Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. That is why this ISKCON Bhagavad Gita is so successful. This is the world's largest selling Bhagavad Gita. This is in the Guinness Book of World Record. Why? Because this book is full with devotion. There is nothing apart from that. And it is Bhagavad Gita as it is. What it is? As it is. There is no changes. There is nothing changed happened. In others, if you open the book, if you read, it's entirely different. The examples, the explanations, things are very different. Even I have checked translations are also very different. So the entire concept is very different. There is no taste, no smell of devotion. Then what is the use of that? So we have to understand through only parampara and we have to have a faith. That is also important. Okay, Prabhuji, you are telling about the Guru Parampara, but I haven't seen Srila Prabhupada personally. I haven't seen other Parampara people. So how I can have faith? Maybe I can see you, Prabhu. So I can have faith on you, but not in others. So maybe there is some changes in Bhagavad Gita in between. It is coming through Krishna, then to me in this 2020 year, December. So maybe in between there are like so many yugas, so many, hundreds of years. There is great chance that in between the disciplic succession just, bricked. And then something changed, happened. Someone came, or maybe that person, he just put his own endeavor to just make just put his own concepts on the entire matter. So how you could be so sure to say and telling me that no, this is very pure, this is 100% right? Have you seen that disciplic succession, entire people who is Narahari, Jayatirtha, Jnana Sindhu, they are like big, this it is there in Bhagavad Gita only, you can see the list. So it's a huge, it's big. So in between anything, any change can happen. So might chance that something happened. So how to have a great faith on their words. See, there are very practical things. There are some ways to gain the knowledge. One is deductive, and it's like ascending and descending process. Abaraho araho pantha. Abaraho pantha araho pantha. Like I'm telling you, if someone wants to inquire about his father, that who is my father? Who is my father? I want to know who is my father. Then what he should do? How he will find? If he wants to see who is his real father, how he will find his real father? Yes, good. This is a way. This is very simple way. What? Asking his own mother that who is my father? And mother, she is the right person to tell him that who is your father. Right? Okay. And if that guy thinks, no, I will not believe my mother. Maybe she is telling lie. I myself, I want to see that who is my father. I want proofs. So with the proof, I want to find out my father. So let me start doing DNA test. So what he will do? He will catch everyone whom he will doubt, like he might chance that he is my father. So he will catch that person and he will do DNA test. If it is matches, if it is not matches, then again he will think, no, he is not my father. Then I will test another person. So by this way, he will go to everyone and he will be fed up, he will be disturbed, right? So he will go one after another person to just find out who is his real father by testing DNA. So this is very stupid thing, right? Very stupid concept. Rather, the simple and the best way is what? To ask the mother that who is my father, you tell me. If mother says that he is your father, just have belief and have a faith. Okay, he is my father. And have the respect for him. That's all. Very simple. So, the Shastra are considered as the mother. So, if we want to know God, who is our father, then what we should do? What we should do? We should have full faith on Shastra. The words of Shastra. That what Shastra is telling, what Mother Shastra is telling us. Just have faith, listen to that, and yes, Krishna is there. Then definitely by Krishna's mercy, you will be able to understand who is Supreme Personality of God. You will be able to see who is Krishna with the Shastra Chakshu. You can't see Krishna with this material eyes. You have to have the spiritual eyes, the Shastra Chakshu, to see God, to experience God. And if you want to know and to see God only with this, what do you call this, material body, without having faith on the Shastra, scientifically, very scientifically, only science, no spirituality, then you will be able to see? No, not possible. Then you have to do so much of research, this and that, so many things to find out the big hole how the energy is coming. It's generating everywhere, and there is someone formless, this and that, so many other theories you will find out. And with the theory, try to coming out. There is a, Big Bang theory? Big Bang theory? So it's like that. With a blast, everything just created. There is no God. There is no one behind the creation. There is no creator. Everything just created like that. With a blast. So such stupid concepts will come in the mind if you don't have faith on Shastra, on spiritual master, the words of spiritual master, the instructions given by the spiritual master. So the simple way is to have full faith on the Shastras, on the words of Guru. So here another thing comes is when if you see the practical day-to-day life of us, what do? We generally keep faith on some people where we don't ask for anything like, is it real? Is there any surety, or is there anything like, you are assuring me that you will drop in that place? Just like I am giving an example. If you are traveling through bus, you are sitting in the bus, and you told that person that, just drop me there in Matigara, and the bus is going, and you are sitting in the bus, so peacefully, relaxed. How do you know that that person, that driver, will drop you there in Matigara? Maybe he will not drop you there. Maybe he is not at all a good driver. He can do any accident or anything. In practical, do we ask that driver, please show me your driving license? I will check. If it is approved by me only, then I will have a seat in your car. Really we do this thing? Never. If you are just sitting in a Toto, please drop me here. So do we ask the Toto driver, show me your license? Are you a good driver? You tell me the truth, really you will drop me the right place? Only then I will sit here. No. We just simply have a faith that, let me just sit in the Toto. I know he will drop me in the right place, in my right destination, where I want to go. And he can drive well, right? We never ask them. We never judge for their driving thing. We keep faith, right? Doctor is suggesting you, prescribing you some medicines. Do you ask for the certificate to the doctor? Okay, you are MBBS, you are MD, show me your certificates. You are totally totally your health is not at all well. You are totally absolutely weak. So you went to a doctor, and doctor, by seeing your condition, he is prescribing you the medicines. Okay, go and have these medicines. And what you are asking? Okay, I will take the medicine, but first you show me your certificates. Show me, this MD degree, from which country, from where, which institute you have, took this degree. Maybe he will show you something that, okay, you see there in the wall, there is my degree. Okay, this is from the Oxford. Okay, in which department? Who was the teacher? How much marks you have got in your final exams? Do we ask these things to the doctor? No, we just simply have faith. He is a doctor. Maybe he's not a real doctor, he is a compounder or someone who is prescribing you some medicines, or maybe in the medical store, sometimes we do, we don't go directly to the doctor. But this is not so okay. But we go to the medicine shop and ask for, my head, it is like, I'm having too much headache, so give me some medicine. We just ask for some medicine randomly, and he will prescribe, he will give you the best medicine. Maybe sometimes that works much better than the doctor prescribes, right? So by suggesting one after another medicines, they becomes very expert person. They can understand people's pain and their feelings, and according to that they just suggest some medicine, and that works very nicely. So we don't ask for these things. We simply keep some faith on that person. Huh? So we have to have that faith on the authority. There is authority. When this chai wala, rickshaw wala, someone is telling you something, you won't take them much serious. Like, it's okay. Like, they are telling you tomorrow is Dharmaghat, or maybe government had decided to do this or that. What you prefer, that if the higher authority means the government of the country, they are the higher authority. The president, the PM, they are the higher people. If they are saying we have decided to do this, they are announcing something officially, then only we keep faith. Okay. By listening only we keep faith. No. Maybe some changes, something gonna happen. They will do this or that. They will regulate something new thing. So we have to have a strong faith on the words of Guru, the spiritual master. If we keep that, then definitely the love for Krishna, understanding him, and realizing the instructions will be very natural for us to absorb. So first priority is, in this Bhagavad Gita only it is mentioned, that understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality. If you understand this, and with that full faith, if you start reading Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of the higher authority, these instructions of Bhagavad Gita will, it will be like so fast you will be able to understand that yes, what Krishna gave the solutions to Arjuna at least 5,000 years before, right now I can relate each and every sloka of Bhagavad Gita. There is 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita. Each and every sloka is related with my life in this year, in this modern time, in this Kali Yuga. How it is possible? How it is possible? You yourself, you will be extremely shocked. My God, how it is possible? This is a very great thing. Because this Bhagavad Gita it is not at all a religious book. This is the manual of life. So to lead our life very peacefully, happily, and to understand these basic teachings, we have to have a great faith on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is the manual book. And to understand the teachings, if we put our own effort to, we will not be able to understand. We have to have faith first at the lotus feet of Guru, and by his mercy we will understand. Tad vriddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadrashtanti te jnanam jnanino tattvadarshinaha. That tattvadrashta vyakti means the Guru, the spiritual master. He will give the best instruction to us, and by his blessings only will be eligible, capable to understand this divine knowledge. Okay, so it is like that. We have to have a faith on the words of Guru. And I spoke about the parampara. So now we'll see. Here you can see first Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada image. So who is Prabhupada? Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. And next here you can see Guru Parampara, the disciplic succession. It is starting. So Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master's name is there. It is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. And who is his spiritual master? Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Then who is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj? spiritual master Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's spiritual master is Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Then in the Bhagavad Gita you can see the image of Panchatattva. Who is Panchatattva? Sri Krishna Chaitanya. There are 5 personalities. You know what are the names of these 5 personalities? You don't know these 5 people? No, you have to know the 5 name of these people. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. See the image. The person who is standing in the middle and putting his hands top in the air and telling everyone to surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. He is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay? He is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our Bengal. Mahaprabhu. And then in his right side there is someone wearing blue color dhoti, kurta, or what you call this dhoti uttari. This personality is the Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Namasto Vyam Premananda Pradaine Kalo Kalmasa Nasaya Jannavapataye Namaha. So Nityananda Prabhu, he is Balram, means the elder brother of Krishna. In which Yuga Krishna appeared? Dwapara. Okay. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, then this Kali. So that time his elder brother was Balrama. And Balram in Kali Yuga appeared as Nityananda Prabhu. So he first asked for the benediction that you bless me that I will be your servant. Only then I will come. Because in previous Leela I was your elder. This time I want to become your servant. I will serve you. Then Krishna agreed, okay. So then Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the golden avatar. And Balram came as the white incarnation. White, fully white. As Nityananda Prabhu. And now see, in the left side of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is Gadadhara Pandita. Who is? Gadadhar. Gadadhar is who? Srimati Radharani. Jai Srimati Radharani ki. So Radharani is there. So Gadadhar Pandit, there is so much details of their this Panchatattva. I will explain there in Mayapur. Who are these personalities and their beautiful pastimes in Mayapur camp. So right now I am not telling much things because we have to cover so many other things. So this is the incarnation of Srimati Radharani. Okay. So in the left side of Gadadhar Pandit, there is one person who is standing with this Karajora, who is paying obeisances to everyone, is Sri Nivas Thakur. Okay, Srinivas Thakur, he is Jiva Tattva. He is like our human beings, like Tatastha Sakti, and he is representing all the Sevakas, all the Sadhakas. So he is who? He is Sri Narad Muni. So Narad Muni came in this Kali Yuga in the form of Srinivas Thakur. Okay. So in the right side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there is Nityananda Prabhu. So in the right side of Nityananda Prabhu there is one personality with a big beard, with white hair, little old person. So what his name is? Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu. And at the same time he is considered as Lord Shiva. Okay. So these are these 5 personalities. You can see here in the temple we have these 5 people standing with like this. Okay. Then what is the mantra? Say with me. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Siva Swadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then in the Bhagavad Gita you can see the next picture is Dhritarashtra asking question to whom? Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra uvacha. Hey Sanjay, what is the first sloka? Dharma setre kurukshetre samavetayotsavaha mamakaha pandavas chaiva kimakorvata Sanjaya. That my sons and the sons of Pandu all are assembled in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So what is happening? Explain me. Why Dhritarashtra is asking this to Sanjay? Because Dhritarashtra was blind from birth. So he can't see at all. But Sanjay, where he was? He was in Hastinapur, in front of Dhritarashtra. So, how Sanjay can see what is happening there in Kurukshetra? How? Divya Chakshu. He received the blessings of Vyasdeva. So Vyasdev gave him a special power. With that, he can, go in the back. He would be able to see everything, watch everything, what is happening there in battlefield. It's like live. You are somewhere in some other country, you are in Argentina. From there, you can watch the live exactly what is happening in India and you can explain people there. It's just like that. That live concept was there that time. So he was able to see everything and he was explaining to Dhritarashtra. Okay. Then the next picture is very important. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling. Adhyay 2nd, sloka number 22. Very important sloka. Okay. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grinnati naroparani tatha sarirani vihaya dinyan jnani samjati navani dehir. Okay. Like a old cloth. There is an expiry date. After that we don't use that old cloth, we just remove it. We go for something new.